Gmfl. And I just got a notification that Gmfl Live 18 Season 1 Week 5 is live.
We are live.
We are
Coming at you
live.
with Poop and the
Coming at
cheesiest
you
player in the league.
with Brandon, aka Poop, and Will, aka Trick, aka Cheese Dick, aka Dictator Dick Trick, aka
Dick.
Lord
No,
Dick Trick, aka
Dick
Respect My Authority.
AKA,
I know I come off as a dick in the chat. I don't always intend it that way. Sometimes I do. So, just to keep you on your toes.
Sometimes. I think it's a little more than sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe 90% of the time. I mean, depends on what your definition of sometimes is.
Sometimes.
I mean, depends on what your definition of cheating is. I mean, see, what me and you do, baby, we make love. I mean, we were just fucking, but me and you, we make love.
We make love.
See. But, no. Welcome, guys. We're in our first season 1. We just got into week 6, so week 5, that was a good call on my part, putting that up. Obviously, you can tell I've had a beer or two. I may be.
Maybe 4.
I may be medicated. But,
it's legal there.
It's all good. Yeah, anyways, what are we talking about? Football? No, it's good. So welcome.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's been good. I'm glad you're all here. Obviously, we got 32 users, so that's awesome. I know some of you guys are hit and miss. We do have Bears guy. I know he was down helping with some hurricane relief, so I hope he's doing well. I haven't heard from him, but I know some of the other guys in the league here know him, so I'm not too worried about it, and I'm not gonna worry about booting some dude or get rid of some dude who's out trying to help do some good stuff in this world. So
yeah, shout out to him though, man.
Other than that, I mean, some of us is myth. I was gone for a week. Luckily, on vacation, I was camping, and I played off a hotspot, so that was interesting. That was actually a good game. Should have saw the ones I played on a hotspot later. That wasn't as good. But it helped me pass time. But it's been good. So I'm glad you guys are here. Obviously, we're working on things as we go. The sliders, I continue to tweak here and there each week as I see how games unfold, how things are happening. I've tuned down the coverage down to 40 on pass react and on the coverage, and guys are still sticking with it. I mean, Poop's game, there was, I think, 3 picks there. I thought it played out well.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be more picks than normal in the league compared to real life because we have a lot of good users in here. You guys can take advantage of that, but I don't want to see 3/4 of the league have 30 interceptions, and I don't think any of you guys are going to have fun doing that. We're trying to find a realistic balance. So, bear with me this first season as we tune things here, try to fine tune things. For the long run, obviously sim mode is something that we haven't dealt with before. Madden 17 previously, basically, if you've played competitive mode, which is head-to-head, you can play that in some MUT, Ultimate Team. That's basically what we've played more so in Madden 17. I mean, not necessarily.
Should have just been arcade mode.
Yeah, it's what it feels like sometimes. Not quite to that, So, Sim, obviously, you guys have played it, and I hear from a ton of you guys. It's a different beast. It's a different beast. So we're trying to fine tune that, get those dialed in. But I think we're doing well. Obviously, running's a little skewed. We've dialed back run blocking to 50. I want to say, but it's skewed too because juke moves and spin moves are overpowering. So regardless, I think running is going to still be a little bit high just because of the moves that you're using as a running back. You're going to get free. I mean, I've seen some of you guys have done it. I've seen it in other shit. Guys are basically, you're almost in a pile and you just juke and spin, and somehow no one in the pile all of a sudden recognizes you're there, you're invisible, and you get free. So,
where'd he go?
Yeah, yeah. So things are, that might be something I was talking to Poop about, maybe dialing up tackling a little to see, but we'll see how things go. After this last week, and I'll give it a couple weeks here to see how things go. But anyway, enough about that. Let's kick it off. I mean, we're week 6. We're getting close to the trade deadline here. A couple more weeks. Get your trades in, except for Hubie.
His deadline.
I don't care what you post. It's going to be denied. I think this is your 17th trade already this Madden.
17th attempt.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, only 2 have actually came to fruition, but 17 tries. He was going to join us tonight, but obviously it's now midnight my time, 3 a.m. for you East Coasters, so he didn't stick around. But
you flaked.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously we're yapping a bit. Like I said, it's the first season, but I'm welcome aboard. Let's kick in. Let's just go look at. Let's start off in the standings. Let's see how things are sitting so far. We'll start in the AFC. We'll just go through we'll work through the conferences. I mean the divisions. So we're in the AFC North. Sweets keeps telling that story where his team's just trying to compete. They're just pushing along the little engine that could over there.
Making it.
Poor guy. Same guy, like I said, that dominated the NFC last season with his stock playbook. I'm mentioning playbooks. I know some of you guys like customs. I get it. I use customs in the other league. They are nice. But I like customs in our league. It sets us apart.
It's a challenge to have stuff.
I think it also makes a challenge. You get too comfortable in customs. Some of you guys will call, and not necessarily you. I know some of you are like, well, I don't do that. I didn't say you, so settle down. Guilty conscious.
Calm down, children.
Yeah, it makes it more of a challenge. You're not in your comfort zone. You're not calling your same 15 to 20 plays, knowing that okay, well, if my guy shows this, I just audible to this. I just audible to that. Stock makes you think more, makes you go through the playbook, makes you understand things. I know some of you complain, well, you can't find a playbook. Well, I know you play in other leagues, and I know you play Ultimate Team. You can always try them there, too. You don't have to use your custom everywhere else. Just a thought. If you don't like it, send it back. We'll bounce back ideas.
Helps you get to the point where you recognize.
But we're a stock league. I enjoy this, all right? And you guys stick around. Trades, I know some of you, we've got some trade issues. You're complaining. When I say some of you, it's a minority. But
no names
it is still some of you. Look, we're working on it. I set up an autonomous trade committee. It's 3 dudes that do not include any of the commissions to vote on, all right? I don't want us voting on those, so then there's no favoritism. There's no, well, I got this deal, why didn't mine get approved when Poops got approved? Why didn't this when that? I'm in there, I'm in the trade committee, I'm not voting. I'm only there to basically give them kind of an idea of what I want to see as a whole as this league goes forward in future years of what trade value is. So then we all have an understanding, and then this will all be smoother going forward. But if you really want rules, I can write out rules. But that's, like I said, in chat, that's getting down the rabbit hole. First of all, I'm gonna have to do that work. I'm gonna have to write up a ton of rules, and then those rules are gonna make trades even harder than it is now. So you don't want that. I don't want that. So let's move forward. Like I said, we're in the AFC North. Sweets 5-0. He's killing it. Steelers is 2-3. Holy shit! How is Mickey 1-4? Well, I know some of it are sims. We'll have to look at that. We'll go back at his team schedule. But you got Sweets at 5-0. Meow Chaser, he's missed a couple games. He's at 2-3. Ravens, Moasa 2-3. That dude, he's a tough competitor. I played him this season. It was a 12-7 slugfest. I don't know if there was 350 yards combined offense between both of us. It was a fun game, to say the least.
Monster teams over here.
But Bengals, like I said, Mickey 1-4. That's not indicative of Mickey. I know a few of those, I think a couple of those at least have been Sims. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. If nothing else, that guy's going to have a higher draft pick, and that's all you don't want to see is Mickey with more talent.
Mickey with draft picks.
Yeah, Mickey with more talent. That's the last thing he needs.
Once Mickey gets talent, it's game over.
We moved to the south. We're over here now. That's the Jags. I'm 5-0. Yeah, cheese dick trick. I've got my 2 forces for the year. Like I said, you guys, you have 2 forces for the year. After that, it's straight sim or play the CPU if that's what you need to do. Steelers and Titans were both gone, so those were it. Colts are at 3-1-1. Somehow luck died with injuries off.
Yeah.
Hopefully this isn't something that happens moving forward. But
we checked and injuries were off before we advanced.
I don't know. But anyways, that was a tie, so 3-1-1. Though Colts guy seems to be pretty good. I think he'll hang in there with Brissett. We'll see how things play out. Titans 2-3. He might not, he's finally back from his week in Vegas or whatever it was. And then Sev down there at 0-5. Unfortunately for Sev, he doesn't have his first round pick because that belongs with the Browns. Again, someone else you don't want to see with talent, the guy that's 5-0 with the Browns. But we'll see. I know J.J. Watt's going to be on the block after the season. He's got Lamar Miller on the block now. And I know he can use some secondary help.
I think everyone knows he has Lamar Miller on block.
Yeah, I was going to say. And if you don't, you obviously have not been in the chat within the last week or whatever it is.
Just so you know, Lamar Miller is on the block.
We got a tighter race moving to the east now. We got Jets at 3-2. He was 3-0. I played him. Won that game, and then he lost a sim to Browns, actually. That Madden had the Browns beat the Jets in a straight sim, so
Thanks, Madden.
Yep. I don't even know if they wanted to do that game. They're just like, fuck it, really? Browns and Jets? Who cares? We got Bills 3-2, decree, whatever you want to say. I know he's had a few just straight sims. Times haven't worked out. Rich moving up. I want to say he started 0-3, now at 2-3, starting to find his groove.
He got better without Landry.
Yeah, he moved Landry. That was and we'll talk about that. That was the deal. We'll get into the deals after this. Where, who, what, where, what's going on. Then we got the Patriots at 2-3. Ford kind of find his way with the Pats. I know Ford always struggles with an actually good quarterback. I'm surprised he hasn't traded Brady for Robert Griffin or something.
I'll send him Palmer. Send Brady.
I was going to say,
here.
now he needs a mobile average quarterback to lead him to 13-3 or something. So beware, Kaepernick's going to come in for the Pats here. Move to the West, and that's an interesting division. KP out in front at 5-0. I mean, I don't want to say no surprise, but it's not really a surprise that he's up, not at the top, but near the top. I mean, he was in there every year last year with the Ravens.
Look at his points against.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got a good team in the Chiefs. You got a rookie QB in Mahomes. You got a rookie running back in Hunt. You got Hill. I mean, there's a lot to like there. He's got some age in some places, but he's going to be a force to reckon with for the rest of CFM. So good luck AFC, which is me. Also good luck AFC West. Hubie, Chargers, makes more moves than anyone I know.
Here, take my whole team. Just give me your draft picks.
If there was, we should keep track of possible trades compared to actual trades and see whose percentages are what.
I think
I'll be honest.
6 or 7 attempts.
I probably would be second place in possible trades. I am in DMs all the time. with trades. I like to trade. It's I'm addicted.
Addiction.
It's an addiction,
We need rehab.
and I really think the first step is admitting that I'm addicted to trading. But anyways, Hubie 3-2. He's made some deals. He got rid of Gordon and Allen, but which those are good players. It's tough to lose, but he's looking to try to build his team for the long run. And some players. And here's the thing, I know some guys will be like, well, why would you trade this guy? Some players don't always fit the user that you're with. Some guys might be great with an 88 speed wide receiver, and other guys don't know what the hell to do with that guy because it doesn't quite fit the routes that they want to run or kind of the way they envision their offense. So, it's perspective when it comes to those type of things. But anyways, we move on. We got Broncos, Dustin, 2-3. I know I'm pretty sure he lost today to, was it Puba?
Yeah, the Giants. Is he Giants this year?
No, Puba's Giants. 2-3.
You saw him in chat. I'm pretty sure he lost.
Yeah. That doesn't seem right. 2-3, and he lost. Did he wait? Or no, he lost before. No, that was before we advanced. Okay. Yeah, it's a tough team with the Broncos. There's a talent there. Obviously you got unbelievable corners, but they're also older in terms of Madden. Unfortunately, it's Madden. Even Chris Harris is older for Madden. He's a stud though. But he's at 2-3. Dustin will compete. He can put up points. What he really needs to do is find himself a quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go QB in draft if it's there. Because Lynch, Simeon, Osweiler, they're not really the answers. And Raiders is, I want to say he started off 0-3, but he's now at 2-3. Or no, wait, no, he lost one, so I'm wrong. I should probably look at the actual streak. It gives me these answers right in front of my face. Don't mind me. I'm an idiot, folks. But anywho, 2-3. I will say he's running over the league with Marshawn. He's had, I think, back-to-back weeks of a couple hundred yards or so.
Beast mode is back.
But I think he's feeling his way out. He's not a bad player, competing right there in the AFC West. He's a buddy of Rich's, the Dolphins guy. Brought him in the league, so it's good to have a new guy aboard. And, he's doing a good job so far, competing. He's got a good team. He should have left them and took the Jags and let me get them, but that's a different story. I don't want to bring up old stuff. Nah, it's all good.
Raiders.
Yeah, nah, it's cool. I like the Jags. They're doing well for me. Anyways, we'll move on to the NFC. We got the North. Devo with the Vikings, 3-2. You got the Packers right there. That's who are the Packers? That's Mick, right? McAvell. Yeah. What am I? Yeah. Duh.
Big Mike?
3 in a row, man. He's putting it together. He's finding his stride. I've seen him. He's in another league. I watched a little bit today. He's kind of finding his way this Madden. So 3-2. They're both tied at the top. Pro, the Lions right there at 1-4. Lost 4 in a row. One of those was a sim, I think. One was a straight sim where he should have got the force, but he got it to us the day after, the morning after we advanced that night before. So I woke up to that DM in the morning. So I apologize about that. If you guys have it, just DM us, man. I mean, if you know tonight that your opponent ain't playing, tell us. If he's already told you via DM, hey man, I'm gone for 2 days or I can't make it, just fucking forward it along to me. I will handle it. But I know Pro, he's probably not too worried about it. He likes to build anyways, and I know he took on Lions knowing that there's a little bit of work to be done, but there's some talent there. And then Bears, like I said, he's 0-5, giving up some wins, also sims too, just straight sims, but not too worried about that. If anything, for what the guy does, he should be rewarded for the first overall pick or something when he comes back. So
just give him 4 force wins.
Now we'll move on to the South, and wow, I hadn't paid attention over here, but this is tight.
Oh yeah.
You got Riggs with the Bucks at 5-1, who was undefeated until Poop came in and fucking trucked him with David Johnson tonight.
Hobbled his ass.
And that was a good game, good win for Poop. And 5-1 Saints, you got Brandon there. He's 3-1. Keep winning because he gave his first to Hubie, so I'd like to see him finish 15-1 over in the NFC. That would be nice.
Give Hubie
just make the playoffs. Yeah, make the playoffs to make sure Hubie's picks are in the mid to late 20s.
Don't give him any handouts.
Yeah,
No
that's all right. That's right. He'll bobble them and drop them anyways, so it's not a big deal. He'll win MVPs and stuff in the regular season, and then he's gonna lose 35-14 in the playoffs or something.
Not even 14.
Oh,
He's gonna get a donut.
He's gonna hate us tomorrow. I can't wait to see the DMs I get tomorrow from.
Hey,
why he's supposed to be teaching the youth of America.
He's gonna set up a video just so he can bitch at us.
He's like, I told all my kids to tell you, fuck off.
Take a picture of his class with the middle finger up.
Yeah, exactly. Falcons, that was Playa. He stepped away. He was 3-0, I want to say. He stepped away. He's gotten busy. I know he's in another league, but he was in there before. He's busy, and I was like, I understand. I get it, man. So he stepped away. We got James, D. James. He was
back in the action.
Yep, back in the mix. He didn't have Madden. Wasn't sure, I don't think, if he really was going to get 18 or not. But he's back in the mix. He came aboard, took the Falcons. So they're sitting at 3-1, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. You got a new owner, and then a couple guys there who've been playing well. And we got my man Wise with the Panthers. 1-4. By the way, folks, in case you don't know, he hasn't quite put it out like Sev, but Cam is on the block. So
on the block.
If you're looking for a quarterback, Cam will be on the block. Currently is on the block, but
start DMing him right now.
Yeah.
Send him over to Arizona.
Are you gonna give him a 4th and a 5th for him or something?
6th.
I'm gonna give him my 2025 first round pick. So
I'll give you.
He's 1-4. He's fine. McCaffrey had a big game. I think just one player of the week. So I think his biggest thing is kind of maybe testing out some playbooks before he gets in the league. Test him out offline, test him out in MUT, whatever. Find something before at least find you don't have to play a whole game with it. Just you can play a quarter. Just kind of see what plays, what formations, what plays does it have in it, and you could know if you're gonna like it or not. Yeah, exactly. You already know what you like. You just gotta find the book that has what you want in it. So I imagine he'll pick it up. He let's see, NFC East. And we have Spider and the Eagles at 3-2. Puba with the win to get to 3-3 with the Giants. Right there top, Conan 2-3 with the Cowboys. What's going on? Zeke, send Zeke. Free Zeke. Free Zeke. I'll send you. We'll straight up. I'll send you Fournette after the season. You can send me Zeke. I need my Buckeyes. It's already denied. I don't even have to send it to the forum. I'm sure they'll deny it. Denied. No soup for you. No, I'm good. I like Fournette. But then we got the Redskins. We got that's Agent Mall. He's the Skins. Will Berry in the chat. Is it Will Berry? Isn't he Agent Mall? Or is that another guy?
Yeah, that's Agent Mall.
Yeah. Okay. Well, because he's like Space Lord on Twitch too. It's like 3 different names, so I'm always like, which?
It's hard to keep track of him.
No, he's a good dude. He's fine his way. The Redskins 0-4. Offensively, he's just struggling right now. I think trying to kind of figure out what's going to work for him. I imagine he'll come back around, but that'll be interesting conference or interesting division. And then we get the poops, and things have tightened up here lately.
Yes,
We got
it has.
Rams at 3-2. Me and him meet up this week. Boss at 3-2. He was 3. Yeah, I'll try my best, man. I'll try my best. 3-2, but he has given away 2 wins here because he's been gone. Poop at 3-3 with the 3 wins in a row though.
Yep.
Starting off 0-3, coming in hot, and then we got Mittens bringing up the rear at 1-3-1. That tie's going to cost him a draft position somehow, and he's going to hate it. 1-3-1. He's going to be like, I could have had the 6th pick, but now I got the 7th. Son of a bitch. 1-3-1. I know he's been kind of busy and had some sims. He works nights. Good dude, like I said. But glad to have everyone in the league. So there we go. That's our standings. It'll be interesting. We'll see how things play out. I mean, there's some names at the top you kind of expect. I think there's some names you don't expect. So Madden 18's been interesting so far in that. Some guys are struggling, and we got some newer guys I've seen who are playing better than they were playing in previous Maddens. Let's move on over to the stats, and let's just go into the awards. We'll start with week 1 since we haven't been through. You can see in the NFC you got Thomas and Bowman. AFC Hubie with Rivers, who is now benched, and he has Chad Kelly playing.
From Player of the Week.
To the bench. Pine. And then you have the Ravens with Mosley. Week 2, you got the Saints again with Breeze, and Rams with Johnson, who I think got traded, right, to the Colts? Yeah, Tremaine Johnson. 3 picks. Bills with Gaines, and then Robbie Anderson with Paws over there. That was a big week. 4 catches, 220 for 3 TDs. And then week 3 we got Goff. That's big. Young QB Player of the Week. That's big for Hova. Let's see more. The Saints, Khalil Mack. No surprise. And then good old Roethlisberger.
Big Ben still putting up numbers.
Yep. And then here we go. Week 4, we got Wilson. And a sim loss somehow got Player of the Week. That's always good. Nothing like getting Offensive Player of the Week in a sim loss. You got Tremaine Brock with 2 picks. You have, and then that's what we were talking about. You got Williamson, 6 tackles, 2 picks, and then you got Marshawn, 20 carries, 328. That's insane. It's insane. Yeah. 3 touchdowns. But then we go to week 5, and then you go up. You got McCaffrey, 21 carries for 268 and 3 touchdowns. Spider, you had 3 sacks, forced fumble. Graham. Bengals with a Loca. And then Garoppolo somehow managed to get me Player of the Week in the sim, so no complaints. I will take that 1700 XP I got for my Player of the Week.
I didn't even notice Spider got Player of the Week in his loss against me.
Yeah, big. He
had that pass rush coming hot, man.
Well, he's got a good line. They got some good pass rushers on the Eagles. You got Graham, you got Barnett, the rookie, on the other side. Fletcher Cox, yeah, there's some good pieces there. All right, well, let's move into stats. We'll start in the AFC. Yards wise,
division first. I see how it is.
Well, that's just the way it works. Shut up. Jeez. Man, I'm dealing with whiners, man. Jeez, this is what I got to deal with even on the show?
Give me this shit
Can
again.
I not find... Do I need to do everything myself?
Shit.
Do I have to do this? Damn it.
Guy who gets butthurt anytime
Damn it. Do you
someone
need
says
anything? Do I need to do anything?
Chat.
Hey. Hey, man.
Puts the hammer down, becomes the dictator again.
Well, you know. Need to keep the peace. How to quell the rebellion.
Notes from fucking Fidel Castro over here.
That's right. Just come in, start booting people and yelling at people right away. Everyone will respect you. That's the way it works.
That's how you empty out a league real quick.
So, well, I think we do pretty good. I think we do pretty good.
Oh, yeah. We're shooting the shit.
Yeah. No one cares. No one cares.
So, stats in the AFC.
Anyway, stats in the AFC. You got Brady, 1,400 yards, 6 TDs, 5 picks. Not bad. Like I said, we're kind of looking. I think some of this TD to interception ratio will start to expand out a little bit. Clearly, I don't want cartoon stats, but I also think, guys like Brady, it should be more capable of a 40-10 season than, say, Bryce Petty, okay, who's at 6 touchdowns and 7 picks. Now, I know some of that is user-related. Can be user-related, I should say. But Ford's a very good user, and so is Paz with the QBs. So it's just the reactions. If you've watched on all Madden, sometimes it's almost as if they run the routes knowing what you're going to run. And they're also, all Madden tends to be button reactive. So as soon as you tap, let's say, as soon as you hold down X to throw, as soon as your finger touches X, that defender, if you go in and watch the replay, a lot of times will start breaking on the ball. And you haven't even pulled your arm back to throw it to that guy. So, some of that, it makes it tough. Like I said, I want tight windows, but I don't want it to be ridiculous where you need to thread a needle through a fly's ass. You know what I'm saying? So,
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, well, I just made that shit up on the fly. Pretty amazing like that.
Oh, look at you.
Pretty amazing.
Mr. Show host.
Hey, shout out. Shout out to our sponsors. I don't even know who they are. We don't have any. But if we did, that would be the block where I would say it, sponsors. Anyways.
No, with a laughing cow, that cheese.
No, see. No, Jesus.
Sponsored by
That's why
cheese.
we can't have nice things. So we'll move on. Jimmy G. Brady's back up. Free Jimmy G. He made his way to Jacksonville. I got 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 picks.
Look at that kind of storybook there, sitting right underneath Brady, man.
Yep. Always a be beneath Brady. He can never be above him. It's his curse. He's just hoping Brady will retire or die, one of the two. So... Roethlisberger for about 13, 6 and 6. You had Luck, R.I.P. Luck, ended up 1,200.
Some bullshit Madden poll.
9 TDs, 6 picks.
Mariota. Injuries off.
Yeah, no, that's weird. That's something to keep an eye on.
So I don't know how that even happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tweet it. Probably tweet at like Rex or someone and just say, "Hey, have you seen this?" Just because that's a weird one. That's a weird one.
Definitely.
I mean, I can understand. I don't waste my time for other stuff, but that's nothing I've seen before. Mariota, 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns, 10 picks. Kaiser, like I said, sweets. 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 picks, just chewing away. Ho-hum. The tough life he has over there, you know.
Just trying to bowl ahead and trying
with a solid rookie quarterback with a cannon, and then Myles Garrett, who's like 1 season away from being the greatest defensive lineman ever created in Madden.
Just with his doo-doo Browns.
Phillip Rivers, 6 TDs, 10 picks, 1,000 yards.
Benched, he's still in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, also take into account, I think 6 of those picks were the Chiefs game or something. So Petty.
That's when he got benched, wasn't it?
967 with 6 TDs and 7 picks. Tannehill 920 for 5 and 5. Tyrod 925, 5 and 11. Deshaun 913, 2 and 8. Need to get this man some confidence. Dalton 863 and 5. Carr 836, 6 and 10. So you can see, I mean, there's a ton. KP 5 and 0, 800 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. It's tough to pass. It's a lot tougher this year, I think, to pass, and a lot easier to run this year. So it's been an interesting change. We'll move on to rushing. Who do you think's leading? Marshawn, 867 yards. The next closest guy is 380 yards behind him with 484. 449
touchdowns and shit.
Yeah, which is all right. I mean, look, if he has a huge season with Marshawn and everything else held steady, you'd be looking at roughly 2,400 yards. But then you'd be looking at the next closest guys with like 15 to 100 yards. Yeah. So.
Well, it's 2 games.
You know what? Records are made to be broken, and you can have a crazy year. I'm more looking at I don't want 6-7 guys rushing for over $2,000. You know what I mean? So
I'm okay. I'm okay if it's Lynch that starts breaking the records.
But 1,600 yards. It's 100 yards a game. That's not too bad. No. Let's see. But yeah, you got. I mean, after Lynch, you got Mixon, Bell, Hunt, Murray, Miller, Bell's Kamara,
breaking tackles left and right, man.
McCoy, Crowell, Fournette. Everyone's kind of. You got. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got a bunch of guys within 150 yards of each other. Let's see. Touchdowns. Marshawn. Derrick Henry with 6. Bell and Kareem Hunt with 5. Gordon, Lewis, Charles 4. West Anderson, Yeldon, somehow keeps vulturing touchdowns, you butthole. 3 touchdowns. Give them all to my rookie. I want my rookie to have them. Bunch of guys with 3, though. We've got, move on to receiving. Colts out there. Moncrief, not bad. 34 catches. 557. Guess who's number 2? If you don't know, now you know.
Well, just so you know, Hubie likes to pass a lot.
Yeah, and if he does pass, there's a good chance it might go to that guy, the tight end. So 30 catches, 506 yards. We got Antonio, 29, 452. Another guy who likes the tight end, Sweets and Njoku, which he's a good tight end too. I mean, the guy's 85, 90 quick dev, 93 jumping. I mean, the dude's a stud. So I don't blame him for throwing to him. Decker, Westbrook, my guy. Some of that's a little sim, but he's a Gronk, Cooks, Fuller, Curse, Edelman, Allen Robinson, Aiken. Let's see, let's look at yards. So we got a few guys, I mean, on tracking for maybe 1,600 yard receiver or something. And then we've got, so I think passing's good so far. We'll see how things continue to play out. Touchdowns, we got a few guys with 4, a few guys with 3, bunch of guys with 2.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, no one really standing out touchdown-wise. We'll skip blocking because I know you guys all care about downs played and all that. We'll skip through the tackles. Let's see, because that could be skewed by Sims. Let's go to the sacks. And what do you know? Myles Garrett, soon to be, I mean, he's already the number 10 right end. He's going to be the best lineman in the league in like a year and a half. Which is not a surprise. I mean, he should be. The way Madden created him, there's no reason he's not going to dominate. It's just he's J.J. Watt on roids. That's basically what he is. So, yeah, he's fucking 85 speed, 90 excel. Oh, and by the way, or excuse me, 84 90. So he's an outside linebacker. Oh, but he's 6'4", 272. Oh, but he's 96 strength. Oh, by the way. So
he's like Vic Beasley 2.0, man.
Oh, except for bigger, faster, bigger, stronger. I mean, he's a D end. He's a D end with defensive tackle strength and outside linebacker speed and agility and acceleration.
Fucking Madden God right there.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. You could put him at middle linebacker and dominate too. I mean, that guy would be a stud as a user. It's ridiculous.
He's versatile.
Yeah. So, but then you got Sue, another guy 7.5, Watt 6.5, Ingram 6.5, Houston 5, Lawson 5. We got a few guys with 5, 4.5, 4. I mean, sacks are there, but it's not overpowering. I mean, we got one guy with 7.5, and then one with 11. I mean, that would be almost 33, but you know, I don't think that's too bad. Interceptions, again, we're not actually not doing too bad. We got a few guys with 3 gains, Boston, perfect. Or, excuse me, 4. And then a few guys with 3, maybe 5 or 6 guys. And then a bunch of guys with 2.
Yeah. There's a lot of interceptions, but not, like, focused on one dude.
Yeah, not one guy's necessarily dominating.
Yeah.
Let's see, who has a... So here's the key to field goal percentage is not really kick them. Browns have 2 for 100%. Now, you know, kicking's not too bad. It's just that the lag and the play calling and some of the input at times. Only in online CFM. Me and Poop have played head-to-head. We've played draft champions, and it wasn't like that.
Yeah,
it only seems to be an online CFM.
CFM.
Yeah.
That playbook selecting, it's...
So.
Bet you wouldn't do it with a custom.
Yeah, probably wouldn't. Probably make it run super smooth.
It'd probably make it worse.
We'll move over to the NFC, and there's Riggs up there with Jameis, 1,400, 11 TDs, 7 picks. Russell Wilson, 1,300 with 14 and 2. Eli out there, 1,300 with 10 TDs and 12 picks. How very Eli of him. I wish we could change his mugshot to that Eli face he makes where he just looks really jacked up.
You know, the Eli face of him watching his brother in the Super Bowl.
We got Goff with the Rams, 12-30, 11 TDs, only 5 picks, so Lamar's been playing well. C-Hova, depending on what you want to call him. Observer.
Now I see why. Now I see why Wise has got Newton on the block.
Because he's old. And his accuracy isn't as great on this season because he didn't have a great last season. In Madden 17 he was better than Madden 18 because of Madden 17 he's rolling off of the Super Bowl and and rolling off of an MVP season, whereas in 18 he's rolling off of a ho-hum injured shoulder whatever, so they really docked him. Yeah, they didn't do him any justice. Yeah, let's look at him. He's right here. He's quick dev, but he's 28, 86 short, 82 medium, 83 deep. Really? This was a guy you had in like 90. And how did he dramatically drop? You know what I mean? But that's bad for you. Meanwhile, the Cowboys got like dudes who've never seen a snap in their life already ready to be the greatest wide receivers. You know, so 6th-round rookies or studs.
They got Dak Prescott set as practice squad eligible.
That's right. Put his ass on the practice squad. Yeah, so you got Dak, who's 88 short, 85 medium, 81 deep, quick. Cam is 86. Dak is better than Cam.
Yep.
I know he had a good year, don't get me wrong, but good old Madden. But anyways, Goff, like I said, Hova, he's been playing good. He's gotten better, obviously, than another guy I've seen. It looks like improvement from over 17. Learning as he goes, so we'll see how things go there. Newton, 12-20, 7-13. Prescott, 11-30, 7-11. Rogers, 1,100.
Double checked.
Yep, 8-11. Beathard, 1,000, 7-12. Rookie Trubisky out here, 3-4. He ain't exactly lighting it up, but he ain't hurting himself apparently in these sims. Breeze, 9-something, 9-4. Teddy B, 6-8. Ooh, Stafford, 2-7. Ooh, what's this? Carson Palmer, 780, 4 touchdowns, 13 picks. Yuck.
moving on to
But see,
receiving.
Palmer ain't bad. So they screwed Cam, but they gave Palmer, who didn't have a great year either, 90, 84, and 83. Like, how?
Yeah, but you look at those stats and fucking he's still throwing wild throws for me, man.
Yeah. User error. But anyways.
That's where Oh, user error. I'm not moving, sitting in the pocket, and he's throwing guys over 20 feet missing.
Get good, man. So I tell everybody, get good.
Get good. Get good. I'm on a 3-1.
GG.
All right.
What, good game?
Right,
no, get good, son.
What is it, week 9 we play? I'll beat you.
Is it week 9? I don't think it's week 9. I think it's like week 11 or something, or week 12.
Whatever. When we
I don't know, man. You might, man.
World.
Apparently, you're just steamrolling people, so.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm gonna steamroll you too.
We're gonna have to have a motivational talk for the team, apparently.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they're hyped up on their A game. You want to keep it close at least.
We're real hyped over here.
God.
Hype gang.
Oh,
gang.
What a dick.
Whole lot of gang shit.
Trick dick.
Anyway. We got rushing, and David Johnson has taken the lead after his 275-yard performance. He's now at 687. Zeke, my boy Zeke, 533, 9 touchdowns. Free Zeke. Look at that. Yeah, come on. Let's send it. Let's do it. Fournette for Zeke. Send it. Come on. Superstars for Superstar. Let's do it. Do it. Freeman, 79 for 442. McCaffrey jumped up after his 240-yard game or whatever. He's 420, 3 touchdowns. What do you know, Wise? 420, buddy.
Leave it to Trick.
What are you trying to tell us, man? What are you trying to tell us? Carlos Hyde, 412 and 3 touchdowns. Riddick, 367 and 2. Rawls. I mean, look at Rawls. Damn, Rawls at 87. Damn. They gave Rawls some love for somebody who ain't done much in like a year and a half or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The Seahawks got some love. Dalvin Cook, 344 and 3 touchdowns. Perkins. A bunch of other dudes. I don't even need to talk about it. I'm talking about your scrub-ass running backs from here on out.
Damn.
No, it's just like a couple hundred yards. It's all in there. Anyways, receiving. What do you know? Beckham up there, 31 for 557, 2 touchdowns. Bryant, 30 for 645 and 6 touchdowns. Kelvin Benjamin, 29 for 450. Evans, 29 for 408. Jordy Nelson, 26 for 330. Hey, look at that. Jarvis Landry.
Wow, I thought he was on the Dolphins.
24 for 335. Doug Baldwin, 24 for 320. O.J. Howard. That dude's just 87 speed, 90 Excel. Jeez. Greg Olsen.
None of my other receivers are even on this list.
Some tight ends here. We got Ingram. What's Ingram? Ingram jumps not bad. Lockett, Miller, Wright. Let's see. Let's look at touchdowns. You got 6 for Dez, 5 for Olsen, 3 guys with 4. Keenan Allen. There you go. Keenan Allen paired with Mike Thomas. Couple 89 speed, 90. Literally identical. 89 speed, 92 Excel. It's crazy. Both have roughly 90 jump. They're like the same dudes. That's insane.
It's a direct copy.
Yep. Bunch of guys with 3 touchdowns. Bunch of guys with 2 touchdowns. No need to go through the list. Let's go to defense. Look at those sacks. Oh, we got Everson Griffin with 10.5. Brandon Graham with 7.5. Taco, eat those tacos. Taco and Claiborne both got 6. Rankins, Irving, Hunter, Danielle Hunter. Send Hunter. 5.5.
Send Hunter.
He's a beast. I'm going to show him to everybody. Go get him. He's a stud if you need a 4-3 pass rusher. He's probably not for sale, but, go for it, guys.
I'll take him.
Klein, McDowell 5, Golden rookie. There, 5. That's good. It's always good to see rookies up there. Aaron Donald.
Oh yeah.
Vernon. If you can't sign Aaron, send him. I've got cap space.
I will.
A bunch of guys 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2. Let's look interceptions in the NFC. So we got Alexander for the Rams 5. He leads the whole league. Bowman with 4, and then after that, Deion Jones, Williams, Neal, Davis, Peterson, McLeod, Jenkins, Smith 3, and then a bunch of guys with 2. Sherman, some rookies, King, Sidney Jones, Marshawn Lattimore. So it's good to see your rookies out there working. Let's see who's kicking it up in the AFC. Oh, what do you know? The guys with 100% have 3 kicks, 2 kicks, and 1 kick. Same thing in the AFC. It was like 2 kicks and 1 kick. And then as soon as you got up to like 8 or 9 kicks, yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, someone's missed one at that point. So apparently the key is to never have to kick a field goal and you're going to be golden.
Well, I mean, I've kicked 10 and got 90%, so...
Yeah, details.
Yeah. Details.
So so there we go. There's some stats. We got the standings. Let's move on over to transactions. We'll look into what's been traded. Colts traded their 3rd round pick to the Rams for Tremaine Johnson. Not a bad deal. I mean, 3rd rounder. It gives Rams flexibility if he needs to add some depth somewhere. Maybe you get lucky and add a starter. Johnson would be a good corner for a few years. Speed, don't get me wrong, speed is always important, but speed I don't think is quite as important this season as they have made it in previous Maddens. You can have an 86 speed, 88 Excel corner in your slot, and he'll lock up the wide receiver just fine as long as he has good coverage and awareness and stuff like that. So that was a good deal. One of the big blockbusters we have, the Cardinals sending a 2nd and Deion Buchanan to the Dolphins for Landry and a 5th, which Landry has been a huge addition to your team. I think really helped for you solidify. Hey, well, you got a number 1 receiver. Fitz obviously isn't that guy anymore. And then we'll get into another deal here in a minute, which I think kind of helped lay out your depth chart, so to speak. Colts sent Hilton to the Eagles for Brandon Brooks. Both guys, Brandon, you'll probably actually get more long-term use out of because he's an O-lineman. Ty is a speedy receiver who's like 27 or 28 and I think needs re-signed or something. So there's a good chance you're not going to get your use out of him. Cardinals again making deals. Cardinals send a 3rd round pick and their free safety Buda Baker to me, the Jags. Yep, for Allen Hurns and Colvin. Again, Hurns gave you a number 2 guy. You needed a receiver. You completed the Landry deal after, so it really, I think, put you in position with Landry and Hurns. Give you a bigger body possession guy. Yeah. And Colvin gave you a solid nickel back. Both of them are 25, so you're going to get use out of them. It's not like, they're gone tomorrow. And I needed some safety help. So we'll move on to Hubie's favorite part. And this is where he begins fondling the new guys and taking advantage of them, apparently. So,
hey, I got some candy.
But no, Hubie sent Melvin Gordon, Corey Liggett, and a 4th round pick to the Colts. He got a 1st round pick, which, Melvin Gordon, if you look at him, I know people hear the name, some of you might not think, but if you look at him, you're not getting that running back. He's 24, I think, quick dev, a stud. You're not getting that running back in the draft, and it's going to take you a while to ever build up to that running back. So, you might get close to him with a 1st round pick in the draft, but it still probably won't be as good as him.
Yeah, you won't find him again.
And Gordon is only 24, so the Colts have their running back probably for the rest of he's here. So, now we got TJ Green, Fast, but raw safety. He needs some development and coverage and awareness and things of that nature. And then he also got a good center in Ryan Kelly. We go down Eagles and Bills. That was just to fix the trade from the Ronald Darby trade. Of course, Madden can always trade players, but they can't figure out a way to actually fix the fucking picks. So, surprise, surprise.
It's too hard. Too hard to do.
And then we move on again. We got Hubie and the Chargers dealing. Hubie sent Keenan Allen and a third-round pick for a first and Alvin Kamara. And that's good. Allen, again, is 25. You saw him. He's a stud with Thomas. And a third-round pick for Kamara. I mean, I want to say it was a fourth-round guy or fifth-round guy. And it's running backs. Running backs, I mean, yeah, there's some really good ones in the first round, maybe second, but running backs are usually easier to find. You can wait till the fourth round, pick up a back, and get what you need out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Rams and Bills, again, just fixing the trade. And then we get Garoppolo. I sent Fowler to the Patriots. So, Garoppolo's 25. That's nice. Fowler 23, and I want to say Ford moved him to outside linebacker because he has like 85 speed, 88 excel. He'd be a good 3-4 outside backer. So, got something we both wanted. He didn't need Garoppolo, and I needed a quarterback. Other than that, man, I don't really know where to go at this point. I'm kind of touching. We touched on standings. We touched on transactions, stats, awards. Trades. Talk shit somewhere in there too. I mean, it's a full show at this point, and we're under an hour. The Micro Machine man over here. I'm gonna start talking all fast. How would you like your Micro Machines? No, I can't even do it. Just start making up words.
We're not to talk with you to begin with.
Pretty much. So,
no, I think we covered just about all of it.
I think we're good, man. It's just good to be back. Good to kick this off. Oh, sorry for the yawning, fellas. Good to kick this off.
Nice to be back.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Obviously, as the podcast, vlogcast, whatever you want to call it, whether you're listening in your car or you're at home telling your girlfriend to check us out online, whatever it is you're doing.
Share us on Facebook.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You can find us on Facebook, sponsors. Twitch, Pinterest, where I knit up little Madden, cute little Tumblr. Madden control. Yeah. I knit up things like "Go fuck yourself, Madden. I hate you. Why is it trying to screw me? This is bullshit.
Everyone hates me.
I didn't hit that button." So.
Why would you run that way?
I totally was hitting speed burst and you were spinning. But
why did that guy just bounce that run? You're a cheese dick. All kinds of things. You can find him on
all
his,
that good stuff. Check out Poop's GoFundMe. I don't know how many are funding his GoFundMe. I think it's more funny to him that he has a GoFundMe than actually needing funding, but I'm sure he wouldn't.
I don't think
he wouldn't turn down money.
I don't expect you guys to actually touch it.
No, he made it as a joke.
Don't actually donate.
He made it as a joke. He totally enjoys eating ramen once every other day and living out of his car. It's a lot of fun. So
I enjoy eating, once a day.
Good news is though he can manage to get Wi-Fi in the restroom at Lowe's, and he's working on it. So.
Yeah, I go to the local McDonald's, set up my TV and PlayStation. They give me side glances, but
it's McDonald's. They're just happy you're there buying one of their McMuffins or something. Maybe he'll spend $1 on the drink where we make 1,000,000% profit. But yeah, anywho, it's good to, like I said, it's good to have y'all back. We got a few more weeks here. We're week 6, 11 weeks left. Probably look to do a show maybe week 8 or 9. We'll see.
You're making me yawn, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, that's what a couple beers and my medicine will do to me. It makes me sleepy. But that being said, we'll probably do a show in a couple weeks. We'll look to start getting a mock out as we get into probably like week 12.
Start the mock work.
Oh man, it never. Once you start, you never stop. Is that Lay's or Pringles?
Addiction.
I don't remember. I don't. Yeah. But I just can't have just one. I think that's. Yeah, anyways, I got sidetracked. But we'll start doing the mock, and then we'll go from there. We're looking to try to I'll start yelling at Poop to do more with Daddy Leagues. But no, but seriously, if you want, we could probably set up
from me
on Daddy Leagues the ability, if any of you are interested. It would make it kind of fun. It's probably something else just to use as fuel on here and some fun in chats. Is you could post a blog within your team, or post an article within your team, if there's a way. But we'll look into that. I'll talk to Poop more off the air in our production meeting. And
production meetings.
Production meetings. We're very busy.
Sitting at the round table, just me and Trick.
Meetings, production, stuff like that. Ideas. Productions and meetings, all that kind of stuff. So. Any other than that, I mean, if you guys have any questions, you got any concerns, you got anything you don't like, you do like, any of that stuff, DM me. DM Poop. Don't DM Hubie. He'll just whine about it. DM me. DM Poop.
He'll just yell at you.
Yeah, he'll just DM me and say, I can't take it anymore. I'll leave. And I'll say, don't do it. Don't do it, Hubie.
Me and Trick usually tend to.
No.
If not right away, respond within an hour or two.
Just DM me. Let me know what's up. I mean, I'm always open to. I wouldn't say, I guess they say what, constructive criticism. I'm up to try to change some things. That doesn't mean start DMing me about playbooks, because that's not going to change.
Putting his foot down.
I'm just telling you.
Daddy Trick over here.
I said it in the chat, earlier. Yeah, I know. I'm an asshole, but I'm y'all's asshole, so you got to deal with it. That being said, just DM me. I mean, I'm open to changing, sliders, things of that nature to try to optimize our performance. I want you guys to not only have a good time now, but I want you to have a good time in January and February and so forth if you stay around. So
let us know what you guys see. Your feedback helps. We only see it from our games and what talent we have on our team, so it helps us see all perspectives, slider-wise.
Yep, exactly what this dude just said. I don't even know what he said, but he's special. So.
I'm the special one.
Yep. But that being said, I guess, have a good day. It's Thursday morning. Wake up, fuckers. Let's play your games. Come on, start knocking them out. Gord alert. Play your games. Gord alert. Play your games.
Madden comes first. Ignore everything else. That is your only responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, guys, have a good evening, good morning, and we'll catch up in the chat here in a few hours. When I wake up and I'm angry and grumpy, and I've already got 12 questions of why we can't use playbooks, so.
When I go to work here in 4 hours.
Yeah, get ready for fun me tomorrow, guys.
Oh man.
But no.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys here in probably another week, roughly.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What are you, the Kool-Aid man? Oh yeah.